necessarily. I mean, Boruto made it seem like it was, but
Yeah, but then I
um,
said that, but then I immediately thought about how Gon was saying that he wanted to save Kite, and that never was possible from the beginning.
true, and how they could, and he was confident that they could save Kite when it wasn't
Exactly.
actually possible. Yeah,
I'm really interested
that's
what
fair. That's
people would have
fair.
thought if they just never showed Kite with the way he was. Because technically we didn't know until Pito told us at the very end, but it felt like going into it, we already knew very early on that Kite couldn't be saved despite Gon saying this. Where it
But yeah, but
really
imagine if Kite looked less puppety and looked
yeah,
like he was normal, just
exactly.
acting like a puppet.
Yeah. So where it really gets a little bit thrown in the winds because we already knew Kite was dead when Gon saying he wants to save Kite. Where it really becomes questionable is when Gon sees Kite in his puppet form and is still saying he wants to save Kite. That's where it's like really throwing
Yeah,
us
so
for a
what I
loop.
would say is if the audience saw Kite looking more savable, that will obviously add more shock value to the audience when we, the audience, are hit in the gut like Kite can't be saved. So that hits harder in that respect. But on the other hand, there is definitely something to be said about it being like in your face that there's no way Kite could be saved. And watching Gon hold on to this impossible hope that he could be saved, it's just like it basically being blinded. It's like he knows he can't be saved, but he refuses to believe it, kind of thing. And then he has to come to terms with it. So there's definitely something to be said about that kind of writing. So I think there would just be a pro and con in both cases. I'm not sure how the audience necessarily would react if they were to say which is better, but
Yeah. The problem is I feel like they were trying to have their
there's
cake and
two
eating
different
it
things.
too by trying to do both, but by doing both you kind of did neither. You were sort of stuck in the middle instead of leaning on either end. So I don't want to say it was like
Yeah, it's because
sloppy writing, but like I feel like they should have just chose one.
it's tricky because I mean you're really working with a fine gray area. It's hard to know where the fine line is because if your goal is to make the audience think it might be, so if you hypothetically, I obviously can't say what Togashi's actual intent was, but hypothetically, if his intent was for the audience to think Kite's probably dead, but he might be savable, like it is possible, that I think he did a pretty good job of
Yeah.
keeping you in the middle in the maybe, I mean, I don't know which side the average person was on. I don't know if they were more on the he can be saved or can't be saved side. So we would have to do like a mini survey just to see what the average audience person thought, because just using us two is not really fair.
I think the
But
problem is using the Hunter x Hunter
yeah,
world. It's not only obviously like a fiction anime, so that by itself is going to get like a little bit of a pass if they can do whatever they want. But specifically Hunter x Hunter, with the way Nin works, and like it feels like they didn't establish all the limitations or rules that they should have going into Gon wanting to save Kite. For us to even know whether or not some Pandora box can or could be opened at any point in time that just randomly would save him out of nowhere. It's just whatever Togashi wanted, it felt like. So because he could go in any
yeah,
direction,
because none of
there's no direction where
yeah.
the audience could just assume or guess it would go into. Because, like, I'm sure you had your theories going into it whether he would or wouldn't be saved. For me, it's not that I didn't care, but it's like knowing that he could do either. I'm not gonna bother assuming one or the other. I'm just gonna like go on this ride and just let him eventually tell me.
But yeah, so with different series, I've had different approaches. Hunter x Hunter's one of the ones to obviously I had thoughts. I leaned towards him not being saved, but I never really thought like theorized on it. I just like it just was a thought. I mostly just was on the ride with Hunter x Hunter. Similar with Death Note, where I mostly just watched it. I watched it, eyes glued to the screen, looking at every corner like usual, but I wasn't looking to theorize because the series didn't make me feel like I should. That's different with something like Boruto. Boruto makes me feel like I It's not that thing it makes me think I need to theorize for content. It just makes me think I need to theorize. It just
Yeah.
whatever, I don't know what it is. Attack on Titan did the same thing to where it gives me these certain clues that just make me think about the future. The manga of Hunter x Hunter current stuff is doing that, but the
Mm.
earlier stuff it didn't do that. I just watched. So different series just do different things in that regard.
Did,
At least for me.
did you have more to say there? It felt like you just ended your sentence mid-sentence. Not in terms of the word, but in terms of like the way you were wording it. The tone of your voice.
I don't remember. Anyway, well,
Okay.
yeah. So, yeah, I don't know.
Sure.
I'm done.
Yeah, all right. I think what they could have done, especially considering knowing Gon's rage, because like obviously we know when Pito says there's no way to save him. It would have been nice if Gon revealed his plan or idea of specifically how to save Kite and why he thinks it's possible, rather than just showing a naive version of, oh, I'm definitely gonna do it, or oh, I'll just have Pito do it. She surely can. If Gon had an idea and then Pito tells him, no, you're wrong, that at least that way the audience knows and even if the audience knows going into it that's not possible and Gon just is wrong, it still is going to hit hard, because I feel like the way it is now, it was supposed to be. See, the problem is, I don't know. I feel like it could or should have. It might have been a shocking revelation of Pito saying, no, go, he's dead. But, like, I don't know if that was meant to be a shocking revelation for the audience or not. But I feel like, again, knowing going into it, seeing Gon's rage and his calm patience, but not calm, but, like, you know, him just sitting there staring, knowing the entire time from the audience perspective, that's building tension. Because you know at the end of this, there is no saving it. But watching Gon be calm, not knowing whether or not Kite can be saved, there's no impending explosion that you know is inevitably going to happen. You're just going to wait and see.
I mean, so the thing is with the Kite thing, Gon is aware that Pito can do healing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he knew that even before seeing Pito heal Komugi, because he came there with the intent of having Pito heal Kite.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure, I don't remember. Oh, maybe it's because they discovered healed Meruem's arm or something like that. But I think that might have been what it was. But the point is, he knew she could heal. The issue was, Gon at least thought that Kite was still alive. He thought he was still alive. The issue wasn't about reviving Kite. It's that he thought Kite was alive, just screwed up in every way. And so Pito just had to fix him. And the problem was, Kite was already dead, and Pito just turned the dead body into a little play doll.
Is that what Gon thought, though?
Which Gon didn't know, or at least Gon didn't want to believe.
I don't remember.
So that's kind of the thing there.
I don't remember, but like I don't remember him specifically being like, yeah, I know Kite's still alive. I'm just going to have Pito undo what she did. I don't remember him thinking that, but I could be wrong.
No, he did. I don't think he said, I'm just going to have Pito undo what she did, but he did say, I think you remember one specific scene. Now, this was before scene I'm thinking of, so I don't remember if he says it again. Let me just try and see if I can quickly find anything.
Okay. Also, my Wi-Fi is being a little bit finagly, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, crap. Okay, hopefully Wi-Fi is good. Okay.
Before the castle invasion.
Hang on, because my Wi-Fi is being a little messed up.
It's like some of this weird. Do you remember if it's before or after they had the little battle with Knuckle and Shoot to steal the tokens to be a part of the team or whatever?
Kamui, are you listening? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you not hear me?
No, I can. I'm just making sure that my Wi-Fi is good because I just reset it because it was being bad and I was afraid it was going to go out like it was going out. And so I'm
Oh
just
well, I
trying to make
wasn't
sure the
hearing
stream is
you,
still
so
up.
maybe it was just bad.
Okay. I was like, bro, there's no way. not answer.
I heard you when you said it. I did not hear anything before that.
I think it's good. I think it's good.
Is the stream still up?
Okay, yeah, no, it's good. It's good. It's good. Okay. So specifically on this, what I would have liked is if Gon just knew Kite was dead, but based on what he has seen of Pito's abilities, he believes, based on everything he said, that it not just should be possible, but is possible for Pito to heal Kite. Because I already know that, like, Gon's plan is just to bring Pito there specifically to heal. The problem is that I don't feel like that's warranted enough. It's not justified enough in the story for Gon to just have the idea that it's definitely possible from his perspective. Because it is just coming across as like a naive kid just saying, give me what I want. Which I feel like he should have more of a specific plan. Because I feel like The Promised Neverland does that very well.
Yeah, I'm trying to find when they see Kite. Because that could help to just remind us if they do anything or not.
Because Gon hugs Kite when... Because Gon understands and accepts that Kite is on an autonomous system right now. To me, that sort of implies Gon understands he's dead, but he still wants to save him anyways. Implying he thinks that he can.
Yeah.
Like he hugs him as Kite's punching him. But he's like forgiving him or whatever and apologizing. But yeah. So I definitely think there should be something Gon in particular sees of Pito's ability, whether it's directly from Pito herself or the results of Pito's ability. I think that'd be extremely helpful. For example, if Gon came in, maybe not during this, but like during a similar scene to where the guy that Pito was lobotomizing, the guy with the arrows, like maybe if Gon was able to find that, or maybe even like the king was born dead and through Pito's healing ability she was able to save the king's life, or maybe even the queen if they like had Pito essence and then not shoot, but what's the name of the main chimera ant kid, if he was able to do something? No, not the king, the kid. Why am I not remembering his name?
Kamui? Wait, hold on.
No, the kid chimera ant. The first chimera ant, basically. The one that we follow the perspective of. How are you not knowing what I'm talking about? Colt, yes, thank you.
The guy who looks like Shikamaru?
Yes. Him. If he could have done something there when the Kite reincarnation was born, maybe. Using Pito's essence or something. Just something for Gon to have an idea, oh, Pito can do this. Rather than just, oh, she healed an arm somehow. Therefore, she can revive a Kite.
That's why I wanted to... Okay, it's chapter 222. Okay, I want to know if... This is going to be hard to do on stream, just finding chapters for this, but...
I will say, again, I think it's a lot more interesting.
We don't have to stay on this forever, but I just want to know is if it says anything in any of these chapters I do find about him already knowing what Pito can do.
I think it's just a lot more interesting. Because again, like, why is he saying that he's going to save Kite going into that hug if it's before the castle invasion, before he hears about the king's arm being healed? Because whereas that was before the castle invasion, it's like they're already at the castle or whatever. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
We don't even know how. They just hear it did happen. All we know, she used literal medical supplies. She just doesn't have healing abilities at all.
Okay, so they do see the puppet controlling Kite, or at least
Yeah.
Knuckle and Shoot pointed out.
Yeah.
The audience can see it. And let me go back a chapter again. Gon, okay, will put you right. Can be interpreted a lot of ways. I don't know. Oh, God.
I think he was saying that to make peace
When
with
does he
it, whoever said
first
that.
go there with the intent of...
Knuckle.
Does he... Like, I'm starting to second guess myself, because I only watched this arc once, but, like, I don't remember. Did Gon go there with the intent of just killing Pito, and then he saw her healing Komugi and thought she could fix Kite, or did he already
No.
think
Well, see, that's
that
why
she
I'm
could
saying
fix Kite?
this, because Gon goes there not having seen Kite, but as at this point he's been told Kite's condition. That's why he's going there, because he's already informed of Kite's condition. He goes there, sees Kite, and then sort of makes that second resolved condition, which is just the same conviction he already had to he's gonna save Kite even despite this. Or this is all the more reason to. I think this is before he proves his conviction to smoking guy. What's his name?
Morel, yeah.
Morel, yeah.
This is before he, like, punches him, or was going to punch him, or whatever.
And then Killua puts his hand on Gon's shoulder and it's like, that's enough, you've already proven yourself, or whatever he says.
Yeah.
That was a freaking hype moment, by the way. I love that moment.
Yeah.
Like, Morel powers up, and then Gon just, his darkness starts pouring out. So good. It's like, pretend I'm Pito, and Gon needed no other inspiration. Because I can imagine, like, someone in real life would be like, okay, and they're like hesitant still. Because they know it's not Pito. But no, Gon just straight up was like, alright, you're Pito, bet.
Yeah.
I don't remember if that's before
If I
or
remember
after
right,
this,
Morel's, like, as jacked as he was starting to sweat when he saw that. He's like, oh,
yes,
damn.
bro.
Like...
With all his nin pouring out, is so good. I love it. And Killua as calm as can be, because he already knows. Yeah. But I do like the idea that the audience knows going into it that Kite cannot be saved. Gon doesn't know it yet, but the audience does. And we're waiting there for the reveal, because Pito could reveal it at any time, because there's a misunderstanding. Pito doesn't realize Gon wants specifically this guy to be saved. Otherwise, I feel like Pito would have just told him before seeing that Kite is Kite. I don't think she connected the name with the face.
I don't think she knew that was his name.
Yeah. And so there's a misunderstanding there. So the audience is waiting for that misunderstanding to be cleared up for Gon to realize it, because basically it's an inevitability, and everything that Killua is doing is just delaying what we already know is going to happen. We see these mini explosions that aren't the real explosion yet, and we're just waiting for that real explosion once Gon finds out the truth that we already know. The problem is that we don't know it yet.
Yeah, and Killua already knows it.
Well, I don't think Killua did know it, is again the problem. Not necessarily a problem, but like a problem for the audience.
No, it seems implied that Killua did. He just didn't have the heart to tell Gon.
I don't think that's true. I think Killua was more like a pessimist than anything, because otherwise I feel like he just wouldn't have let Gon go with Pito alone.
Well, he had intended for them all to die, so I mean, like he was like, he had anticipated. I mean, he was pessimistic, but he was just ready for everyone to die together, basically, because he knew that Gon was gonna like be this way about it.
I don't know, bro. I feel like with
I think Killua in his heart did know, personally.
I don't. Again, I think it's just him being a realist and pessimist, but he didn't know. He just thought it was the case. I'll give you that. I do think Killua genuinely believed.
When I'm saying no, I mean, like, in his heart, he knew, like, it's a thought, but like no, he didn't have confirmation. Like, you know, touched the pulse, knew he was dead. He didn't do anything like that. But it's like he thought she was dead.
Yeah,
Like,
but
his
he
heart knew
thought
he was
that
dead, you know what I'm
going
saying?
into it, but then Gon's brightness always at the end of the day gave him hope and optimism to save him, or whatever he describes it as. Even like the very
Yes, but
first
he
time he said
also,
it.
oh, I mean, he always thought he was dead, though. So,
He personally did. I feel
I
like
think
under
Killua
Gon's
is a good
influence, he thought it was
at the very least
possible.
of what might have been the intent. Killua being a representation of the audience here, who thinks Kite's dead, but Gon's, brightness makes us have hope that Kite can be saved or isn't actually dead, and so on.
Yeah. It's not about can Kite be saved, it's about will Kite be saved or not, based on their actions. Will they overcome Pito in order to force Pito to save Kite, implying that it's possible? They just have to actually get her to do it.
Okay, actually, okay. I found this. I haven't seen. I thought that they discussed it. I may have just skimmed over the dialogue, but I have found here. This is I'm getting ready for the castle invasion. Kite, the time has almost come. I swear I'll get you back to the way you used to be. I have to take him down. So this implies that Goen's at least promising to get Kite back to normal. So thinks that that's possible.
Yeah.
The question is, what did I just miss it, or did somebody mention the whole end thing and the healing nonsense that Pito can't use end while she's healing? I thought maybe Nove would have said something that helped them figure that out, but I either missed it or that was never stated by these characters. But
I mean, I feel like Pito doesn't have to have
I didn't see
healing.
any scene that giving Gon like a realization, like, he can be saved. I didn't see anything like that as I was skimming at the very least.
No. Gon doesn't ever have a realization like that because he never thinks at any point in time that he can't be saved. The whole time he thinks he can. So
Exactly.
I don't think it's more of a healing thing. I think it's more of a Pito did something to you. I'm gonna make her undo it, regardless of what it is.
Yeah, that's kind of what it's looking like. I'm just looking to see if there's anything to confirm it, but as far as I can see, that's what it's looking like.
Yeah. Basically, like, she
Like,
casted
he
a
just said,
spell on
I'm gonna
you.
make her undo it.
Yeah.
And that's just it. That was his plan. Yeah, that's what I think it is then.
It'd be kind of funny if Pito just undoes it. It's just like, he just falls to the floor as a lifeless puppet. It's like, there you go, Gon. Did it. That's what you wanted, right? That's what you said.
Yeah, he's just not a puppet anymore. I did it. That would be funny.
It'd be fun.
Would that hurt Gon more than her just saying he's already dead?
She's like smiling. Hey, come here, hug.
Just seem less humane. It'd be funny, but like, I love it.
And she just leaves. There you go. Hope you're happy.
I do. She just
runs away. So hypothetically.